Good morning, everybody in the world. It's Johnny D. Singing from my little apartment here in Jacksonville, Florida. And I still miss my house. I asked my wife if we can go move back to the house. I worked hard all my whole life, put a lot of money in the house fixing it up, and it's worth thousands. And I miss it. I miss one thing about owning a house. Sure, it's expensive and it costs a lot of money, but you have your own. You have privacy. Over here we're living now, I watch these people. You know how many people moved in and out of this building in the last couple months? You would never believe it. There's people all the time moving in and out. And yesterday, a couple of days ago, I almost got my car towed because I got this camera in my car. It's kind of hard to put the sticker in it, mirror. And the people said, "Oh, you're parked in a handicapped zone." I had those people put this sign up so nobody else around here takes my parking space when I go out to the store or something. And it said, "Well, you're parked in a handicapped parking place. That's illegal." And the sticker was laying, the card was laying right on the front seat on the passenger side. But they didn't care. And they also reminded me I need to get my sticker renewed on the license plate. That's what we do here. We don't get new license plates, we get new stickers to put on them. And he said, "We will come back tomorrow and tow your car at your expense." I don't know how much money you people in the world have to pay when you get your car towed. Last time I had a car towed, I was parked in this whole empty parking lot near a nightclub I used to live in near Chicago. And the whole space is empty. I figured, why not park here? Why park on the street? Take a chance of another car hitting you. And the cops came in, they told the bartender, I didn't even notice that there was trouble until I got out late at night and found out, where the hell is my car at? And I found out a tow truck came over and towed it to a place about 20 miles from there. I had to pay $220 to get my car back the next morning. $220. Sure, it's an expensive place to park. I never parked there again. You gotta be careful when you go out for karaoke. It can be very expensive. That night, and I heard these people over here where I live, they're gonna come over and tow my car tomorrow. I said, no way. And I asked my wife, what'd you do with the title to the car? She said, I don't know. I said, I don't know a place to put that thing. I always give it to you. And guess what? Nobody has the title on that car. The state has it on computer. You have different laws there in Florida. I guess the only time people, why should I pay extra money to get a title, a piece of paper, unless I'm gonna sell the car or trade it in? That's the only reason you need it here. So the state still has it. Like I say, they'll $70, $80 for them to print out a copy of that title. I plan on keeping that car. I don't want to buy another one. Cars are expensive. So anyway, that's what's going on around here. I wish I was back at my house where I had a two-car attached garage. And believe you the people, I lived 26 years in a townhouse, and the parking there is ample. There's always a place to park, but there's people that park right behind you because they're too lazy to walk to see their friends from a parking space. They park the car right behind you, and the parking lot there is not big enough to have a car behind you. You're going to run into it. I had a couple of incidents there. I had to pay a lawyer $700-800 to get out of it because I didn't stop. I said, well, I'll talk to these people tomorrow morning. They knew where I lived. No. Cop gave me a ticket for leaving the scene of the accident. They called the police on me. They moved the car quickly. They moved it around, and they went to the other side of the parking lot. So when I backed up, I hit them. I thought they were gone. Anyway, I never had a two. We had a one-car garage. I was married to my second wife back in the 80s. And guess what? She wanted to park her car in the garage. And I couldn't park in the driveway even. I had to park on the grass, on the side of the house. Because I might block her away when she wanted to leave and go somewhere. That's what, you work hard all your life, and you get all this stuff, and you get a nice house to retire in, and this BS happens. We had to move from that house. My wife said it was taking her too long to get to work. She could want to teach in the schools around our neighborhood. Those weren't good enough for her. She wanted to teach schools down 20 miles to the south. So guess what would happen? It was taking her an hour to get there, an hour to get back, and plus 7 or 8 hours of school. It's just gone for 10 hours, you know. I felt sorry for her. So I said, okay, we can move. And rent out our house to her friends, her son and his friends. It's ridiculous, people. I worked hard all my life to have a nice house. And she wants to move because it's too far for her to drive. So I let her. I know how hard it is to drive. Back in '95, I had to take another job because my factory, I had worked 24 years. They moved down south to Laverne, Tennessee. I lost my job. I had to start for $4 or $5 an hour less at the next place I worked at. And plus that, it was near Chicago, in Rosemont, the factory. Dirty old, stupid old factory. Not anything like the factory I used to work at. But it was a job, and it took an hour to get there and an hour to get back home. So I agreed to my wife, we can move so you can be closer to work. You don't have such a long drive to go to work. I tell you, people, nothing works out in the right way anymore. The houses over here on this part of Jacksonville are more expensive. And we got to pay your rent too. Lots of rent. What am I going to do? I don't know. I just hope we can move back to the house at the end of this year. I'm getting tired. Sure, it's a closer drive to go to karaoke places, but I'd just rather have my privacy. I know a lot of people should be happy that you just got a place to live. A lot of people in the world can't even afford a place to live. They live on the street. At least I'm not that bad off. Boy, life is rough enough when you have trouble breathing and all this other stuff. Gets to be very complicated. Anyway, my next song is going to be Snowbird by a lovely lady called Anne Murray. And I got it right on my SyncSnap channel. I don't have to worry about shutting it off before YouTube puts on another song. They don't do that in SyncSnap. So it makes it a little bit easier to record. And got a nice big screen with big karaoke lyrics. And but is it worth paying that much for a whole year for that? Some people would say no. Anyway, it's a beautiful song, and I'm going to go to it now. I know some of your people are ignored. You have to listen to all this because they got premiere on YouTube now. That's to help creators like me make a little extra money because they know copyright. They can go back 60, 70 years. It doesn't matter how popular the song was. It doesn't matter any. If the copyright don't want you singing it, or they want share half the money, or a part of it, or none at all. It's not, I appreciate them putting it on YouTube, and I can sing it for free, but I don't get anything from it. Not one penny. When it gets the copyright, I put down, they're not going to give me 1 cent. That's the way it works for everybody. It's a copyrighted song. They're doing this to protect the artists, make sure the artist gets all the money if they want to. It's their job. But YouTube put these music on for us, a thing called premieres. Sure, you only have to be there right at the same time that I release it to read comments and other people's comments at the same time. But it's only about 2 or 3 minutes away from live. You people think I recorded it. I could record it yesterday or the day before and put it on a certain time of day. But then I'll have to be there at the same time too. And who's going around with a clock on, with my cell phone on my pocket all day long seeing what time it is? Or I better get back to the computer. I could record the music to play around 4 o'clock in the afternoon. That would get all my subscribers, when most of them are in the state of California, which is 3 hours earlier than me. I mean, it could be 8 o'clock here, and it's only 5 o'clock in the morning over there. It's not a good time. If you don't catch it live, you don't make comments. You just hear the music. And my little speech before these songs come up. It's a rough world we live in, people. But I'm glad I can make part of your day a little bit happier with my singing. And I appreciate all your nice comments. But please remember, I'm getting old. Today I have to wear my things in my nose to get air from my oxygen machine. It's a real big thing. It's about 2.5 feet high. It weighs around 70 pounds. And it doesn't work anywhere but in your house. You have to plug it in to an AC outlet. I got a portable one, but it's still not that easy to carry around with you. You can hang it around your neck. It feels like it weighs about 15 pounds. They claim it only weighs 4 or 5 pounds with a small battery. You put the bigger battery in, it weighs about 2 or 3 pounds more, and it's a nuisance. But I got it for driving in the car, or in case I go into a store that doesn't have an electric cart for you to sit in and ride around. I had to go to more expensive grocery stores here to get a cart to ride around. When you are short of breath, you try to do a little impossible for exercise or walking around, or even taking a shower. It takes a lot of air to breathe when you're in the shower because you're constantly moving to wash yourself. Oh well, at least I'm still alive. It's nice. Anyway, let's get back to music now. I don't want to act like I'm a big talker like Cutie Pie or some of those people that are so famous on their night shows. Remember Johnny Carson? He must have been the best night show artist. Oh well, let's go down and play this music for you. Anne Murray, Snowbird. Beneath this snowy mantle, cold and clean, the unborn grass lies waiting for its coat to turn to green. The snowbird sings the song he always sings. and speaks to me of flowers that will bloom again in spring. When I was young, my heart was young then too. Anything that it would tell me, that's the thing that I would do. But now I feel such emptiness within. For the thing that I want most in life's the thing that I can't win. So spread your tiny wings and fly away, and take the soul back with you where it came from on that day. The one I love forever is untrue. And if I could, you know that I would fly away with you. The breeze along the river seems to say that it will break my heart again, but I decide to stay. So little Snowbird, take me with you when you go to that land of gentle breezes where the peaceful waters flow. So spread your tiny wings and fly away, and take the soul back with you where it came from on that day. The one I love forever is untrue. And if I could, you know that I would fly away with you. Yeah, if I could, you know that I would fly away with you.